Okay, hello YouTube. I'm going to play a little bit of anonymous chess on here and try to explain what's going on. We're just going to play a 3-minute game, opening up with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. I'm going to play this novelty move, a3. I did a video on it. It's kind of an interesting approach. So, whole idea, knight f6, knight c3. Now if bishop c5, I have knight takes e5, bishop d6. That's weird. Okay. I always get thrown for a loop. The quality of anonymous chess is not always that high, so bishop d6 it's a really awkward move for black because he's going to have a hard time developing now. So kind of a weird move. Bishop g5, and now if knight takes, I have takes, and also I have this threat of knight d5. He really needs to play c6 so he can bring this bishop back, and then he has some chance of kind of knight d5 right now is very strong. So yeah, he didn't have time for h6. He had to play c6 and just keep the knight out mechanically at that point. Yeah, h6 is it's probably really bad. It's probably a game loser. Yeah, I mean that throwing in that check doesn't really help. At this point, when the queen moves, I'm going to take, and then I'm going to play bishop takes h6. I'm going to hit the rook, and then if the rook moves, we have queen g4 and queen g7 mate. So this could be a pretty quick game. I'm not sure what he's going to do. He might see that and just sack his queen. It's maybe objectively best to just play something like h takes g5, and then knight takes e7. Just give up the queen. No, he didn't. So we're going to have this check, and then bishop takes h6 after gf. And then if the rook moves, we have queen g4 and queen g7 mate. So that's going to be the end of it. Okay, he didn't move the rook. Is there a more efficient way for me to win this? I mean, this is the obvious kind of boring way. I'm tempted to play queen h5 because I think it wins. Because I don't think he can actually move the rook away, because I have like queen f7 or bishop takes f7 is very, very strong. So I want to finish the game. I don't want to give him any chances at all. So I'm going to play bishop takes f7, cutting off all the squares of the king. So now it's just bishop f8 is the threat with mate. Also queen g6 mate is a threat. The fact that I have two threats probably means the game is over. The fact that there's two different mate threats here. So this should be the end. Yeah, normally in those situations with the rook on f8, you don't want to take the exchange because then black starts getting back into the game. Your bishop on h6 is just such a monster, so you should be reluctant to give it up. So that's why queen h5, and I mean we'll take a look in a second and see if that was in fact the best move. Looks like my opponent left the game, so I guess he's resigning. We'll go ahead and just go to the analysis board just for fun, see what the computer says. Yeah, it says I have mate in 1. Rook g8, bishop f8, I'm mating. So that much is clear. Was queen h5 best? Yes, queen h5 was best. So I have mate in 6 with queen h5. If I take the rook, you'll see my assessment. I'm winning, obviously, but it's still a chess game. And I guess the only other kind of questionable thing was, did I play the opening correctly after bishop d6? Because I'm pretty confident, yeah, bishop c4 was good. Castles is fine. D3 is fine. Okay, it just wants me to rip, but yeah, so yeah, here it says c6. I knew c6 was correct for him. When he played h6, knight d5 was over. It should have taken right away, apparently. So I should have played knight takes, and then knight d5 is advantage white. And then it's going to be knight d5, bishop d5, and then c6, and bishop a2, and it's kind of a chess game. But I guess I got a little lucky. You know, I played d3, knight d4, bishop g5, and then he incorrectly... I knew c6 was the best move, and he just failed to play it. After c6, he's still probably okay. But once I get in knight d5, it's just kind of game over. Okay, so that was that. Nice quick game, sort of instructive. I got to play my little novelty here with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. I got to play this a3 move, which is kind of fun. Kind of an interesting approach to the position. I mean, it's not totally a novelty. I mean, as you can see, it's been played before, but it's a relatively unplayed move. It's kind of a different kind of move to play against knight c6. So, fun thing to play at Anonymous Chess. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. Hope you learned something new about chess. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you very much for watching.